PITSS.CON Maintenance and Development Module. If you're managing an existing Oracle Forms and Reports application, you might face several challenges in your ongoing day-to-day operations. Challenges like change requests from your end users for functional enhancements, user interface updates, or potentially an integration into a third-party application. All of these challenges require a certain amount of information, potentially written down in documentation on your application, to analyze exactly about the dependencies and to analyze also about the impact of such a change to the rest of your application. All of this information is typically very difficult to get if you don't have the core developers on site, or if you have developers who have worked with the application intensively over the past years. This is where PITSS.CON comes into play. PITSS.CON is a development tool that helps you to analyze and to understand and to accelerate certain kind of changes into your application. Before we go into detail of these benefits, I'd like to present you the highlights of the architecture of PITSS.CON that allows these functionalities. PITSS.CON is based on a repository approach. The repository allows you to store all the application objects in one database schema. Application objects like forms, reports, libraries, menus will all be loaded into a database schema at the beginning of the work with PITSS.CON. Inside the repository, you can drill down, navigate to your code elements like you're used to do it in your Forms Builder. The look and feel is very similar to your existing development environment. Besides the modules, also the database objects are loaded into the PITSS repository. You can browse all the packages, you can browse tables, views, and so on. Having the object modules and the database objects all combined in one repository provides you a very powerful foundation for your ongoing maintenance and development activities. This analysis capabilities is very much utilized in the module of maintenance and development. I'd like to highlight 3 of the core functionalities over the next 2 minutes. Search and replace code. If you're facing a change request and you would like to understand how many Forms modules are impacted by this change, you can very easily search for code that is affected by such a change. Let's say you're searching for a search and built-in command like show alert. What PITSS.CON allows you, based on repository, it searches for this code fragment in all of your existing code, in all your triggers, program units, and so on. You can simply double-click on the occurrences and see exactly the line where this code has been placed. PITSS.CON allows you then, if you like, to replace these occurrences with something else. You can easily replace any kind of code with the code of your liking. This gives you already a huge acceleration in your changes if you have continuous or bulk changes that need to be done for your change request. Besides search and replace for any kind of PL/SQL code, PITSS.CON also allows you to change properties. Properties change are often required if you like to facelift your application with different background color, or if you like to change, for example, your font and to align it in all your application, to harmonize your application look and feel. If you're considering to enhance the functionality in all of your forms, like let's say add a button in all of your forms in a certain area of your application, you can very easily do this by copy or referencing objects like libraries into your forms modules. If you have tracing an error situation and you want to understand what has changed, how to find the error, PITSS.CON provides you a very powerful compare utility that allows you to compare certain kind of forms changes side by side. You can see exactly what code, what property, what has changed from one version, for example, to the other one. You see where the new object has been added, where properties are different, and so on. All the benefits I presented so far can all be reused in what PITSS.CON calls templates. Templates store existing search and replace operations, and you can always reuse them anytime you like. You can, for example, also utilize these functionalities to perform consistency checks in case you have outsourced certain part of development to external developers and you want to check if there are any, if the coding standards have been met or not. This was a brief summary of the functionalities of PITSS.CON. There is much more to see in these modules, and in case you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us, and I'm looking forward to talk to you soon. Thank you very much.